check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Morning everybody. Monday 4th, everyone's kind of officially back to work today. Primary schools officially open, but not secondary schools because of this new virus strain, so they're staggering the school return. I'm not that keen on it, if I'm honest. Obviously we've had to send Jess and Faith back into preschool today, or primary school today, sorry, which the government kind of bang on about, you know, bubbles and staying in your own circuit, obviously, but to be honest, straight after Christmas there's not long enough, there's no delay for the virus to kind of pass and not cause a problem. And obviously your bubble, as far as who you interact with, you know, once you go to a big school, it's suddenly gone from 6 people to probably 600 people, and I don't think it's a wise move on the behalf of the government. I think it's really stupid, especially putting teachers at risk as well as other families and elderly, and it's just, I'm not a fan. I do not like the idea of it. I think it's a dumb idea. So we're off back into work today. I'm going to go to McDonald's first and get a breakfast because I'm hungry. And then we have Rob's T5 coming in first thing. I've got to do a relay onto the LED bulbs we did the other week. The full beam flash is a bit intermittent, and it seems to be a surge from the car's control module that it doesn't like keeping the full beam on, because obviously with an LED there's no resistance, so it's having a bit of an issue with that. So we're going to address that with a relay. And then this afternoon I've potentially got a VW Polo coming in for a stereo, but he hasn't made up his mind yet, so we'll see. Anyway, breakfast.
Hiya, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you?
Can I get a can I get a sausage and egg muffin meal, please, and a orange juice?
With an orange.
Yes, please.
Anything else?
That's it, Tal.
Pushing on when you're ready.
Morning. Thank you. Thanks, love. Cheers. So my weekend. Sunday was excuse me, got a tickle. Sunday was a day off with the family. Obviously wife bought me, the girls and herself roller skates for Christmas, and we got the girls all padded up, and I emptied all the cars out the workshop. Difficult to go out and about and do things in a public area at the minute, so rather than going outside where the road's quite rough and obviously the kids could roll into the road, I emptied out all the cars from the workshop, switched on some neon lights, got some 70s discos music going, and we had our own little roller disco inside the ASC building at the weekend, which was a right laugh. The kids are loving it. They've nailed kind of skating already. There's a few accidents, but they all like it. Oh, you stopped suddenly, Jesus. But apart from that, it was quite a chilled weekend. Not really much occurring. Just a nice lazy time with the family. Back into work today. So I will catch up with you in a bit when we've got our first one in, and I'll explain a bit what I'm doing with it, and we'll go from there. Get past all these cars that are frightened of a bit of rain and a bit of ice. just get the work. Certainly ain't a snake. In a bit. Morning everybody. Oh, so I've started the strip on the old Lexus, the new machine. We've got cam belt to do, so I've just noticed in here on the Lexus it's quite common, they all do it. So if you own an IS200 or IS300 you need to watch out for this. The 1GFE engine, the idlers fail in here, and when they fail the bearings collapse. It basically puts the idler at a drooped angle, so the belt runs out, it tries to run off, and in doing so it catches like the lip of a pulley that's designed to keep it intact and shreds. So a cam belt that should be like an inch thick ends up being like an elastic band. So this is all coming apart because I have to undo that lower pulley, because I've got to get this thing off to be able to get the cam belt on. It's not a hard job to do. It's literally bolts around here all the way down the cover. It's worth doing a water pump at the same time, but you kind of got to undo this, move all this out of the way, get off the lower pulley, the crank, and then get your covers off, put your belt on, tensioner in, stuff back on. Might do new ones of these as well, because I'm sure they've probably seen a bit cracky, but they're all right. But yeah, we're going to redo that, get all that done so it's all nice and ready for the next person. I hate selling cars that are shady, so we'll be straight up with this one. It'll be a legit car. But Rob's car, his bus has just arrived, the old T5 with the big oops. Sex wax this thing is, it's ace. We did the LED conversion on it last time, but the control module, the central electronics module in this one, it doesn't like the sudden surge when you try and flash full beam to indicate to turn the LED on. It does not work. Works if you push the stick away and gives you permanent full beam, but when you passing flash it doesn't like it. So that's my job today. Sort that out, and just carry on being a full-time legend, really. I mean, what more can you say? Welcome new subscribers, by the way. Hello to the channel. Come on, let's have it. Good to have you along.
So now we're on to changing the battery for Rob. We've already done the LED wiring, but this battery has failed a test. So during the winter months, obviously the cold air is killing batteries. My glove is basically, this thing has a split charging system, so even though I've disconnected this battery, the one inside the cab is still live. So I've put a glove over it just to stop the terminals from having a bit of fun, because the last thing I want to do is start a fire in this thing. It's kind of embarrassing when it's kind of your mate's car. You short out the battery terminals, ignite the fumes. So we'll just get this to one side out the way while I try and wrestle. Which way am I going to get this out? What I may need to do, let's have a look at this. This pole is huge. Can I separate it? No, those two parts are individual. Right, okay. Glove back on. Try and get that down out of the way and see if I can get the battery at the top. That's the earth, we ain't got to worry about that one. Right, so I think I can I remove that one, or is that bolted in? That's bolted in as well. Right, okay, fun times, cool. We need the little stubby Torx to put that in there. Get the shit off the top of here. All that falls in the engine bay and goes forever. Get this one off of here. That's that one. And then there's also a hidden one in here that you get to through there without dropping it down the back of this panel, because you will swear lots after. We've got those two out, those two Torx. Then pull off that, give that a little lift up and out the way. Oh yes. And then let's get that out of the way. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Ah, you mother Hubbard, look at that. That was a pinch. Oh! 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 Ow. Little bastard. Right, new battery time. In a bit. The ladies from Amazonia, they bring me parcel. Let's see what we got. What the hell? It's a toaster. Cool. Hand palm massager. Wonder if we can get a cheese toasty in there. What do you reckon? We finished Robbie's van. So the full beam that we're having issues with the control module, now perfect. Done. On to the next. Right then fellas, we are done. Monday's finished. Just got the boys in. The Lexus obviously is currently floating, awaiting some work to be done, and I'm just sort of packing up, getting ready to go home. Oh, it's cold out, real cold out. Been out 2 minutes running the cars, my nose is running already, so excuse the sniffing. But yes, Rob's truck, we didn't get a result with it in the end. So despite my initial joy thinking I'd fixed it, it didn't work. The LED kit is still not working apparently, so not good. But I did have a word with another chap who's done one on a T5. Now, a lot of manufacturing stuff out there is Chinese. It's kind of, you know, it's global, it is what it is. I don't like using the Chinesey brand radios, and I never will. And when I try fitting stuff to customers' cars, I try and use the best sort of supplies I can. Now, Guardian I've used for, you know, a long time. We've got a bit of history. I've never really had an issue with their products before, but this one on this T5 for whatever reason does not want to play ball. So this lad I spoke with who has the same T5 2008, he said I just bought some cheap ones off of Amazon, whacked them in, needed nothing else, and everything worked perfectly. Whereas, you know, I'm trying to use a reputable brand, shall we say, a decent kit, and I'm getting no joy. So back to the drawing board with Rob's car. I've told him I've run Guardian Technical, and I spoke to the receptionist who didn't really want to help me, but when I kind of posed such a technical question to her and started talking about voltages and relays, and I think I give her a centre part in, it went straight over her head. So she just said, I'll pass on your details and get the guys to call you tomorrow, and you can have a chat with him then. So hopefully I'll have some kind of, you know, a better idea of what's going on with the car or what it could be. But either way, the sort of CAN bus boxes, doesn't like using those at all. Straight relays still didn't work. So I don't know, I'm a bit of a loss with it really. I've sat and thought about it, and I can't for the life of me figure out why it now has a perfect voltage. It's got 13.6 volts, which is more than enough for the LEDs to operate, but they're still not playing ball. Now, yes, I could just be unlucky and have like a bad set. You know, never say never. That could be the case. And try some newer ones or different ones and see if it works. The bulbs work when you replace the bulbs, but the LEDs don't. So maybe I've got a bad kit. As soon as there's power in one half of the LED, maybe it doesn't like initiating it to the other, and that's why it only works sometimes. But the history I've had with Guardian, you know, they're usually quite good. Never really let me down. So back to the drawing board with that one. A slight disappointment, shall we say the least. Just turn off that battery from charging overnight. But everything's all now tucked up in here. Getting this one sorted. The wheels have gone off to Rob. He's going to straighten them, check for any bends and buckles, and then they're going to go off for a refurb. I'm then going to start going through the Lexus and cleaning it. Front and rear bumpers are going to come off. They're going to go away for paint, get them tightened up, and then we'll start attacking the engine, do the cam belt, everything down there, get that sorted, and then this one can go up for sale too. So fun times, lots of stuff happening. Tuesday, what we got in tomorrow? I think, have I got a Honda coming in? Is that tomorrow? I don't know. We've been doing, me and wifey, bless her, we've been doing 2 days of, all over the weekend, we've been doing tax. It's that time of year when you kind of got to get tax returns and VAT in, and it's not fun. We spent 4 hours doing it Sunday. It kind of sucks, and is good that your business is good, but at the same time, I hate paperwork, I really do. It sucks. But I'm going to shut up shop, get my ass home, have some dinner,
cut up a video for you lot, and I will see you bright and early for Tuesday. Jodie's had a baby, so I don't know whether he's going to come down tomorrow. We shall see. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. So it may be a snap on Tuesday. I don't really know. He's you know, he's got important things on his mind, bless him, with a new baby, let alone selling tools. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Cheers, fellas. Bye.